Hello there, Dr. Alexander Lukowski here with Reimbursement Rx, and I would like to introduce you to our weekly update series where we're going to talk to you about everything. We're going to talk to you about the latest and greatest from Reimbursement Rx, where we stand and what we're working on. We're going to answer some questions that we get from our website, through our Facebook page, and through email. And also, we're going to try and bring you our opinion on the latest in business news when it relates to medicine and how we think it can affect you and what you can do about it. Well, first and foremost, I just want to wrap up our recently completed first ever seminar that we held in New Jersey in the middle of June.
Now, tell me, how can an independent doctor or an independent group do this? Who has the time? Who has the money? Who has the resources?
It was a very good and lively discussion, and we've learned a lot. Those doctors who attended received a great deal of information about how to contract with insurance companies, how to contract on your behalf when you sign your professional contract, how the financial flow chain system works, how RVUs work, and how to bill for your services so that you get maximum amount of reimbursement. We are hoping and we're confident that we're going to keep our seminar series. We are going to hold our next one sometime later this fall. Again, please check us out on Facebook and our website for more information and details as to what to come. Right now, I want to talk about something, a video that I just came across on the internet, a video from America's favorite doctor. Yes, you all know him, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, who is a great physician and who is a medical correspondent for CNN.
You ever wonder if your doctor is getting paid by a drug company? Well, according to a 2017 study out of UC San Diego, about half of U.S. doctors receive meals, gifts, or payments from pharmaceutical and medical device companies.
The video that I came across was him talking about a study that came out of JAMA, the Journal of American Medical Association, from sometime in May of last year, May of 2017, and the study alluded to the fact that it concluded that over half of American physicians are getting paid by pharmaceutical industry, thereby increasing their chances of prescribing brand name medications versus generic options.
Many doctors make royalty money off of their own inventions, sometimes millions of dollars. Others are raking in hundreds of thousands of dollars from pharma companies every year for things like speeches and consulting. But the average amount a physician receives is relatively low, with one study showing most payments were in the form of meals worth less than $20.
Now, Dr. Gupta takes it one step further, and then he talks about how physicians are getting hundreds of thousands of dollars from pharmaceutical companies so that they prescribe those medications that pharma companies tell them to prescribe. Now, of course, then Dr. Gupta kind of contradicts himself, and then he goes back and says, well, most doctors only get about $20. They still prescribe those medications. This is not the point. The point is not the amount. The point is the accusation or assumption is being made that vast majority of United States physicians are bought by pharmaceutical companies, and they are only prescribing medications because pharmaceutical companies are paying them, sometimes in the form of lunches, sometimes in the form of gifts, and sometimes in the form of stipends for speeches. Well, I think this is a bunch of horseshit because too many assumptions are being made, and nobody's looking at the real problem behind what drove the study. Of course, what drove the study is the fact that spending is getting out of control, is that people are spending so much money on healthcare, a lot of money is being spent on medications. Well, it's no secret that the overall expenditure on healthcare in this country is in the trillions. What is also not a secret is that of those trillions, physicians are getting very, very little small amount. Now, there's no question, there's no doubt, there are some bad apples out there. There's no doubt that there are certain physicians who are really bought by insurance companies. By pharmaceutical companies. There are certain physicians that are getting paid by pharma industry, and they prescribe medications because they don't think, and they're being told to do so. However, it is very untrue, and it's very incorrect to even apply the fact that vast majority of doctors prescribe brand name expensive medications because they're being told to do so by in pharmaceutical companies. Now, there are certain instances where brand name medications are necessary. Well, because first of all, there's no generic alternative, or when sometimes they work better. In most cases, generics can do just as great of a job, and vast majority of doctors still doing that. So are pharmaceutical companies bad? Are they doing a lot of evil? No, they're not. Yes, the drugs are expensive. The drugs are extremely expensive because they have to go through research and development and marketing and trials, and all that costs a lot of money. But I'm sure all of you, never mind your patients, but all of you, you have friends, you have family members who have chronic illnesses, who have chronic diseases, who would have been dead 50 years ago had they not had medications that they have today. So we need pharmaceutical companies, we need new medications, we need all of that. But who is to blame for high prices? Dr. Gupta insists there's a doctor. It's not the doctor. The pharmaceutical companies, there's no regulations, there's no cap. Your government, our government, is the one. They are responsible. Our government has to take a stand. Our government has to cap those high, incredibly high, ridiculous prices. But to think for a moment, for just a second, that the physician, the doctors are the ones who are prescribing those medications, who are to blame for high cost of the healthcare and high cost of prescription medications. This is not correct. And Dr. Gupta, you should know better. This is Dr. Lekowski with Reimbursement Rx with our weekly update. We'll see you next week, when we'll talk about something else that surely will make an impact on your practice.